What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Ash, and I'm back with a new podcast called Sensitive Diva. I'm super excited to share this new and refreshing podcast, a little bit different than Black Excellence, but we're still going to have guests and we're still going to be interviewing people. But this time I can just talk about what I want to talk about. That's it. And a lot of people are going to be like, but Ash, what's your niche? I am my niche. Nobody out there like me, and I'm so excited to have these stories with you guys, the conversations, and you can catch me every single Wednesday on Apple, Spotify, and iHeart Podcasts. I can't wait to have these conversations with y'all. This is home. This is where I am myself. This is where you get the full me. And this is where we have the conversations that need to be had. You've heard me say that a lot on my Instagram, my TikTok. And here we are. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the new family members I have from TikTok, my little cousins. I'm excited to bring this back to social media and kind of not in the circumstances of where we're at right now, okay? But before we get into everything, let's just go through why it took me so long. And I said I was going to tell the story later, but here we are. It took me so long because COVID really did a number on me when it came to my mental health. I was not fully there. Then going through a breakup, it was terrible. Your girl was going through it. Did I look good at the end of everything? Yes. Eating. She was perfect. But that's not how we do it. But it was that was a good time. It was stressful, but it was a good time, good body. But no, I went through a lot. A friendship breakup, having to heal from that, learning, growing, and just growth at the end of the day. And I didn't feel comfortable being in the space that I was to create. I wanted to create. I wanted to continue to have these conversations, but I didn't have the confidence. And that's one thing about it. I always talk about having confidence and what that looks like. And sometimes I don't have it. And I'm open and honest about it. Like when I tell y'all what it's like being jealous, like it's how you move after that jealousy, how you feel after that's taken over. But when it comes to confidence, I lost it. And it took me a while to find my voice again. And we're back and we have a lot to say, a lot to talk about. And that's a little backstory, but let's just jump into everything. The new show is called Sensitive Diva, and I know a lot of people who followed me before, like it was Black Excellence Radio. I came up with 2 different podcasts, and that's when I wasn't in my right state of mind creativity wise, and I never really came through with all of them. So Black Excellence was the last show that kind of like everybody knew me from, is from interviewing people across the communities, having those conversations, from artists, from activists, from writers, so many different interviews. And this time we're still gonna have interviews with people, but it's gonna be a little bit more relaxed. It's a little bit more what's happening in our communities, what's happening current, from social media, from gaming to things that I like that I really didn't get to showcase a lot. And when I did, that was some of my highest ratings from listeners. So a lot of informative conversations, still interviewing people in the community who are doing things, greatness, some of my friends, and we're going to just talk about things. And that is it. And the reason why I said Sensitive Diva, because that's me. I am that girl. I am her. The confidence was built. Shout out to everybody in my family that helped me get to that point. But I'm also very sensitive, and I've met a manager in my life who kind of told me, like, there's nothing wrong with that, don't feel any certain type of way. So I fell into it. Yes, I'm sensitive, but I'm also very strong, very confident, and very secure with myself. But I can be sensitive, I can be, not have confidence, and I'm real with myself. So being a sensitive diva is me. I am that girl, and we're just being honest and real here. And I'm so excited to have you guys. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. It is January 21st. Shout out to my baby brother. Happy birthday. And we have seen, it's going to be historical, but not like in the great way, but very much historical crap on our TV the past few days. And I don't want to say that I'm not surprised. I don't know where it would have gone to, but the surprise is not there. The anger is, because baby, when I am pissed. I am pissed, and I am learning. I need to learn not to cuss, because yesterday a lot of MFers came out of my mouth because I was heated, and it brings me to wanting to have the conversation around so many things behind what's happening, and maybe some of the conversations we have on this podcast for the next few one, because I feel like they need to be had. But it's deep diving into what is happening here, and there's so many different takes and so many that are correct, and we're seeing it firsthand. But I was furious yesterday because I thought about everybody around me. I thought about my upbringing, and I got pissed because I'm like, this shouldn't be like this. This ain't it. This is not it. This me. If I could have chose to be a human, I would have to be like, okay, can I get a preview? And if this is what the preview showed, I would not be here for it because it's not giving what's supposed to give. And what I mean by that is how I grew up was very much a privilege because of my upbringing and where I grew up. And sometimes it's very hard for us to look at our surroundings as a privilege because we've had so many things happen to us where that's our main focus, right? But when you look back at it and you look at things around that you have accomplished, you did have a privilege, but it came from hard working, either from your parents or from people in your family that gave you that, or it's yourself. So privilege is something that's nothing wrong with acknowledging. And the privilege I had was growing up in a mixed race family in a community where I was educated on African American history at a very young age compared to my peers, but also not being, and this is not the same type of rhetoric that a lot of people when they say this, but I didn't see race until I did, okay? And not seeing race, it was very hard for me to kind of understand, okay, why is everybody freaking out? Like, what is the big deal that my aunt is white? Like, I remember that. I could not, it couldn't click for me because it never was an issue in our family. It was never when someone pointed it out. And I was like, okay, that's cool. It was when I experienced racism. I was like, that's why people are looking at me crazy. Y'all don't like them. Y'all don't like these fools. You don't. And that was the privilege. I experienced a childhood where I didn't have to have that conversation at a very young age. But when I did notice it, I'm like, all right, that's when more things start to happen. You open up to the world, right? And while having that experience comes more privilege, and that's being educated in the history we have as African Americans. And I continuously say this on TikTok that a lot of us do not know the history about us, from our literature, from our science, what we contribute here to America, because that's how it's been set up. So I had the privilege because when I went to public school, I was confused why we just keep talking about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. And I kept telling people, I said, do you know who Malcolm X is? And I remember this. I was at Steck Elementary. I'm in class. I'm talking to a little black girl. I said, why do we just keep talking about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks? Do you know who do you know who Malcolm X is? And she looked at me, she said, no, who is that? And I was really stunned because I'm like, we're older. We're about like, I think I was in 5th grade. We should know this. So I'm like, all right, this is a little backward. But that's the privilege I've had, the experiences of growing up, the being educated, and then going to college to learn more about it. And baby, that pro-black me was in your ass. Do not look at me, white man. And it was a learning experience because you got to be like, all right, you got to balance is key in life, and that comes to having these conversations. I'm a lot balanced out, but again, being so upset and knowing what I've been privileged to be in and grow into, it pisses me off. We've got to do better. And I think the issue that there's so many issues to really have a conversation about that I'm upset about, but to see all of these billionaire bros, tech bros, sitting up there with this man, I'm like, what is this? This is what? Get the weird looking kids to the front and take a picture with Pappy. But seeing all of them up there, it irritates me. It frustrates me. And as I'm saying this, I hear my parents' voice in my head talking about, don't talk about this. But the conversation needs to be had. It irritates me because it's like, there's so many things you could be doing with your money. But you choose because of whatever reason, who, what, when has told you no, and your billionaire heart is broken where you could just go buy a Lambo, or you could do whatever the hell you want. You have now made it your whole life purpose to be this right ring, fresh and fit bro, and just be, just control the Republican Party at this point. That's it. Like, genuinely, as I'm sitting here having this conversation with y'all, I'm like, so who pimp who? That's me. Who pimp who? Because I thought it was just Elon, but now I'm seeing all of them. I'm like, oh, so the billionaires is pimping Trump? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening? Because that's what's giving. Because I didn't really think about the whole situation because I'm just like, bro, your face irritates me so much. Like, Elon Musk's face reminds me of the Cybertruck. We were trying to figure out what it looks like. That's what it is. You know, every time we see the Cybertruck, we get upset. It ruins our day. You look at Elon Musk and you feel the same way, don't you? That's where the design came from. That man got up there and was disgusting piece of crap. And it didn't dawn on me that, what are you doing up there? Why was he on the stage? Why was he there? Like, no, for real. What are you doing here? You don't even go here. And it's sometimes some things are funny because there's no way this shit just happened. But what are you doing here? And I don't care what nobody says. One, we know he's autistic. We can see it. Sam I am. We can see it. But for you to get up there and to try to tell me it's a Roman salute, when people kept saying Roman salute, I'm like, what are you talking about? There was a name for it before the one that I knew. Is that not bad? Like, when did the Romans do that? So I'm over here like, yeah, it's a Roman salute. Baby, I've never in my life heard a Roman salute. We all knew what that was. We all knew what it was. And for the ADL, whoever the hell they are, I thought it was the Jewish community. I thought that was them. I don't know. But for them to be like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. He cool. That ain't it. It was just a silly little mistake. That's a mistake. No, it wasn't. Do not gaslight me. Every man and every person out there that just said, don't gaslight me, that was gaslighting. Go read what they said. That's gaslighting. Did your ex really do that? No, you just didn't listen. But that's what gaslighting is. And it's like, bro, I know some of y'all are really stupid here in America, but I know there's a lot more of us that really aren't. But honestly, where we're at now, it could be wrong. There are a lot that outweigh us. With that being said, there's the other part that irritates me. I know you guys saw that video of Donnie Boy sitting up there talking about, yeah, you know that Elon Musk, he sure knows them computers. And I'm just like, what you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you talking about what I think you're talking about? Because I know there was no way. And he's just sitting up there. He's like, yeah. And he's like deep diving into it. I'm like, first of all, is he not older than Biden? Are they about the same age? Because Trump been around for a very long time. Okay. He's old. So we were upset about Biden being elderly in the White House. Hello. Look at this man. He's going to tell. God's greatest gift to us is that man getting dementia and nobody catching it. And we're hearing it. Like that live, baby, live. But no, that's bad. I don't want to say that publicly out loud. But anyways, that would be crazy because he's going to tell us every little thing that we see on TV. He's going to tell us unless we are very much deep into the censorship, which brings me to the whole TikTok situation. That man was on there previously talking about the computers. And I don't know if that was before or after TikTok being gone, but I feel like it might have been before. And now we see it come back, and that's that dumbass message saying thank you. And it has me questioning what was the conversation during this acquisition and or transaction, because something was made, something was changed, and things have been showing up on the TikTok platform. As the TikTok ban was coming to, a lot of people started talking about different apps, and the little Red Note app came up, right? And a lot of people started moving there, and everybody's like, yeah, let's spite them. We're going to actually move to a real Chinese app. And that shit's hilarious to me, and it's actually a really cool app. With that, there's different designs within that app I just saw are on TikTok today. And I'm like, damn, one thing about it, either Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, all of them as a whole are going to copy a new app or something else, because that's what it is. They took the little design for the Explore page on the Red Note and now are popping it on the Twitter platform. The bubbles on the Twitter app have changed a little bit. I feel like the coloring has too. And you guys are probably like, girl, how are you noticing that? I am noticing things. The review and photo comments have changed. If you scroll past the video or something or live and there's a question, it's like, is this suitable for TikTok? Blah, 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 blah. That has changed. And the way that the algorithm is set up, it's reset it back on my end. And I know people are having conversations about that, but the censorship that is there is wild. You can't even search in the TikTok bar anymore, and it gives you the old TikTok drop down. Even if you don't find a video, you'll still find something related to that or adjacent to that, right? Now you don't get anything. You're not getting shit. It's not there. Hashtags aren't being shown. That is unbelievable to me. Communication should never be censored when it comes to the people, period. We are the reason why government, businesses, capitalism are able to thrive. Without us, you would have no money. You would not be where you're at today. And that is a fact in a lot of conversations, no matter what you look at it. Someone's gonna have to buy something from somebody. And the things that we're using is going to change. Okay? Some people used animals, some people used their daughters or land. But that is the transaction. With that being said, the way that they are trying to control the narrative this time around is saddening. And the men that they have surrounding this whole Republican Party, it gives very much all the billionaires and everybody in the Republican Party that are men were told no once, and they feel a certain type of way, and they want to get back at the person that told them no because now they're offended. Because how dare you say no to a man like me? Do you know how much money I have? Do you know how much power I have? Their egos hurt. And they've all joined forces. And we don't have no damn Avengers to help us in this bitch. And it's irritating because personally, if I had that much money, I could be, get away from me. Get away from me, you 7.25 minimum wage people. I'm a billionaire. You think I care? No. Care enough to torment y'all? No. Could you please make me some more money? Because that's what we're doing. When we're utilizing a lot of these things that these people have created, we're making them money. And we've seen on this app here on TikTok, we have banded together when it comes to stopping that money from flowing. Which brings me back to the censorship. The censorship isn't just us not getting that information anymore. It's the businesses now are able to control that. You're going to make sure that their pockets are always full. No matter what shit's happening in this world, you're never going to see it anymore. You know why? Because we control it. We control the social media. We control how you get your news. We're controlling that. You only get to watch the news, your local news, to know what's going on now. Newspaper, hi Amazon, hi Jeff Bezos. That's crazy. That should not be legal in this country. But it's nothing that's new. It's oligarchy. Everybody keeps saying that. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know what the hell that word was. Okay? I'm 31 going on 32. I can be honest and open. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can sit up here and be like, it's oligarchy. It's oligarchy. I had somebody say, oh, it's oligarchy. I know you did not know. I know you did not know. You just found out just like me. Do not do that with me. I can be a grown woman and admit that. And I learned a new word today. I don't know everything. All y'all don't know everything. With that being said, it's oligarchy. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right. And I've known what it is, never knew the word, because it was simple. The capitalism runs this country, has been for years. And me going out the country just really pissed me off even more to really understand how messed up our government has done us. But us banding together during the war in Gaza, we were able to stop businesses like Starbucks, McDonald's gain the revenue that they needed. And because hey, if we're not seeing a return, why should you get our money at the end of the day? And you can't say that we weren't, because hey, I've never in my 31 years of life or whenever Starbucks opened up, never see them do a $5 box type, come get it, is free 99 type shit. I remember maybe once after a certain time you could go get a free frappe or maybe buy one, get one. I don't know what it is, but I've never. And we hurt their pockets. And that is why they're trying to control the media, because they are the ones who are making money now. Like, baby, did Facebook not get in trouble with the Russians in the whole election thing? Like, that shit is weird. That is weird to me. But history repeats itself, and the people will always come up on top, because we're going to find a way to continue to have communication, to build community. And that's why I'm like, hey, I know where this anger is stemming from. I know what needs to be done. And this is it. It's community time. And I keep telling people this time around, yes, we're having conversation about racism. Yes, we're having conversation about prejudice. It is going to be a notch above that, and that's going to be class. Because at the end of the day, blacks are rich. Mexicans are rich. Asians are rich. People making bread. And if you got that bag, you could get in, but you still gonna get a little side eye if you black. But you can get into the club. And at this point, that's what it's looking like. And we've seen it with the tax situation, what Trump is trying to introduce. I'm tired. What are you telling me? People who are still making six figures still need to be taxed this amount of money. Well, of course they need to be taxed, but for them to still be in tax, you have to be looking at $1 million+ to see a tax cut. And that's only a certain amount of people, which opens up my mind to this. And I know there's a lot of us in our 30s who make a good amount of money. Like, we're doing good. Sometimes we're going to have to save a little bit depending on what it is. If you got a side hustle, you got a side hustle, pay a little extra bill. That's fine. But we're going to have to start pouring into our community and pouring into our friends who have a hobby. And it's like, girl, would you like to make some money? I know some people like, I don't want to be my hobby to make money. But girl, you might have to make some money. You got to pay some taxes. If you haven't seen that Trump thing, you're going to be paying taxes. You're going to be paying taxes this year. So go get an extra bag. If you know how to sew, you need to start telling people you know how to sew. You need men do things. I don't know, do hair. Let's be a community. We need to pour into each other. That's just it. But like any other radio show, this isn't going to be fully about Trump and doom podcasting, scrolling. It is going to be about current events, but we're going to talk about some tea too. We're going to talk about it because there's also so many positive things that are happening. Let me tell you guys something. There are two women in this world. Oops, I hope you guys can hear me. There are two women in this world that there's a lot of women in this world that I would fan out for. Like, literally fan out, but keep it cool because I've got a play by play. Okay, let me tell you something. Miss Issa Rae, yes ma'am. Is she Miss? We might be the same age. Hold on one second. Because I done called somebody sir. He said that was so awkward. And I was like, my bad, my guy. Like, she big sis. Because she only 40. Girl, I'm 31. You big sis. She's not auntie. But anyways, Issa Rae, I would fan out over her. She is, if you don't like Issa Rae or Beyonce, you're weird. In the discussion. And Issa Rae is that girl. Because everything that she has done has given back to the community somehow, some way, from creatives to her community in LA to other communities outside of that. And that's what I inspire to be. And I'm like, that's my girl. I'll just be the little teeth version. She just has really nice teeth. And I have not tried the Prosecco, but I will. That's a celebration bottle, girl. I'm very happy for you. But that is a celebration bottle, okay? Next to Shadon, those are celebration bottles because we still in the $10 right now. We budgeting. We got places to be. But I really want to try it. And maybe I'll try it on this vacation I have coming up. But outside of that, Issa Rae in her new movie that she has with Keke Palmer and SZA. And first of all, SZA, good job. Like, she really ate that. She ate all the little clips that I seen because I've not seen the movie yet. I'm going to see it this weekend. But I'm excited. But I'm really not that surprised that she did good because she lies a lot. I'll tell y'all shade. She lies a lot. She was going to be a hell of an actress. I already knew it. When I saw that, I said, oh, yeah, she's going to kill it. I knew it. No shade. Freckles. But nah, I've been seeing their press conference, and you know what? Black actors and actresses have been killing it. Have been doing great. Okay, we're changing the way we use words. Have been doing great, phenomenal these past few months. You had Lion King with that fine ass Aaron Pierre and that cute little man. What's his name? Kelvin? He's cute. I like him. They've been doing good. I still haven't seen that movie either. I'm going to see that one when it comes out. But congratulations to all the black actors and actresses that have been coming out with their movies. And then I saw one, it's A24. Damn it, what is her name? Gorgeous young lady who works on The Bear. I still haven't watched The Bear. I'm not ready to commit yet. But she also has a scary type thriller movie coming out, and I'm excited. I love this for us. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean, go pour into us, because a lot of people got I think it was 100% onto Rotten Tomatoes for Issa Rae's movie. Hold on one second. Not me over here talking about Issa Rae's movie. 15,000 years later, one of them days got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I'm excited. And okay, I will say this, you know what it reminds me of, and I haven't seen the movie 100%. It gives me very much like Dude, Where's My Car, white chick, goofy, but hilarious type of movie. And I'm excited about it. And I know you guys probably like, girl, you just named some two wild ass movies, but it looks a little bit more, I don't know. It just looks like it would be around that. Like, it's funny, it's hilarious, it's some shenanigans happening. And I like seeing black women in that light because, damn, do we always gotta struggle? Do we always gotta die? Can I live? Can I just have a good time with my homegirls and we just get into some shit and it's not dangerous? Like, could we? Thank you. And I love seeing it from black young women my age. I'm like, this is some shit I would get into. This is have you ever had one of them days? I've had one of those days when I was younger, okay? As an adult, I'm thankful. I know I did have one of them days. I did have to get some money. That was a struggling weekend. But I got my bread though. I paid that rent. So one of those days is something that's very relatable and I'm excited for it. Now, the second black woman, I would fangirl out, but really want to have a conversation with her. Obviously, with Issa Rae, of course. Okay. But with her, it would be more of a conversation like, really like, girl, and Scotty Beam. Scotty Beam's a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch all around, from her education in radio and communications and how she has a conversations with her audience and her target audience, and she's so good at it. That bitch eats down every single time. Love Scotty. And she looked at my Instagram because I forgot it was public, because it made it public again, and I shared her post and she looked at it. I was low-key fan. I was like, Scotty, what you doing here? Hi. I love Scotty Beam. I know she smells. You know how people be like, oh, Rihanna, she smells so good. I know Scotty smells good. Like coconuts. A grown woman. I know that's kind of weird, but I really enjoy her as a whole when it comes to her voice and utilizing it. She does not back down to the bullshit. She's going to stand 10 toes down with what she says, and I appreciate that. And both of those women, black women, all together, especially Keke Palmer. Girl, I know me and Keke will have a good Keke. I know we would have a good Keke. I know, girl, I just know all three of them. Dream blunt rotation right there. Boom. Child. Oh my God. Wait, no, for real. Pop. Wait. Think about it. Issa Rae, Keke Palmer, SZA, and Scotty Beam all in a circle having a conversation. Shut up. You know that shit I would probably be in such like a deep, like, yes, conversation, but literally die of laughter because all of them are funny. Sign me up right now. If I ever get big, no. Changing the words that we use. When I get big, I'm gonna have a show, and that's what we're gonna do. Instead of Hot Ones, it's gonna be called Dream Blunt Rotation by your girl Ash Bass. I am the host, and y'all better not take my idea. We are timestamping it January 21st, 8:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with your girl Ash on Sensitive Diva. That's mine. That's mine. It's gonna happen. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. I'm so excited to be back. It's a little bit more lighter, still in your ass when it comes to having these conversations about the people, for the people, because again, we need to pour into each other, okay? Pour into the community and uplift each other. But thank you so much for listening to my podcast. I'm excited for all the conversations, the interviews we're gonna have, and there's just gonna be so much. And I miss this. And thank you to everyone who supported me after, talking about I'm gonna do podcasts, never coming back out. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone who's been waiting for me to get back out there. I appreciate the support, and I am so excited for this. Thank you for listening to Sensitive Diva, and I'll see you guys next time.